Although I'm not the biggest fan of Droopy Dog, I did quite like Droopy's Double Trouble. This is a 1951 cartoon. It's an MGM cartoon directed by Tex Avery with a story by Rich Hogan, and we have Daws Butler as Mr. Theeves and Bill Thompson as Droopy, and alongside Droopy, he also voices Drippy. Now, Drippy is Droopy's twin brother, and if I get those two names mixed up throughout this, I apologise. Droopy is needing help while Mr. Theeves is away, so he hires his brother Drippy, and Spike appears. Spike is not a character I know too much about. I've seen him here and there. Not the biggest fan of the character, but I didn't mind him here. And he meets Droopy, and Droopy interacts with him, and then he meets Droopy, but Droopy is... or Drippy, I'm confusing myself. He meets one of the dogs and interacts with them, and then sees the other dog, not aware that it's not the same person. And throughout it, he keeps seeing these different dogs thinking they're the same person or the same dog. And they're not really aware of this, or if they are aware of this, they're not letting it on, so they don't really explain things to him, and they just kind of let him get increasingly confused. And he does get increasingly confused by the dogs appearing in all kinds of places and saying things and doing things that don't make sense in line with their most recent interaction. And it does get quite ludicrous, and I think they took the concept very well. The concept of mistaken identity like this is quite common as a narrative, and when it's done well, it can be good fun, and that's definitely the case here. I really liked it. As I said, I'm not the biggest fan of Droopy, but apparently I really like Drippy. Now, I'll be honest, I couldn't tell them apart. I don't know if there is a way to tell them apart. Maybe one of them has a different, I don't know, bow tie position or something. I couldn't identify anything, but I don't think it matters. I think it was very obvious that if you see a dog leaving a room or leaving the frame, and then the dog appears again, it's pretty obvious that it's the other one, the other character. So I think it was pretty easy to follow without needing to know which dog was which. It was a fun concept. I was looking forward to it. It delivered. I enjoyed it. Still not the biggest fan of Droopy, but I'll be honest, it's one that I'd happily watch again.